Hello, Cosmic Coven. Welcome back. This is Tika, the Cosmic Witch here. So thank you so much for tuning in. And then the fact that you were clicking on this video and watching it means that you are supporting me. And so I send back the abundance and love in return, threefold to you, Ashe. So I am still in Toronto. You can see the background is not my usual backdrop. That's because I am still in Toronto. I am in the hotel room. I said, you know what? It is Monday morning. I want to get this message out as early as possible. I'm tired of delaying things for you guys. Now that Witch Fest is over for me, I will be kind of slowing down with certain things. So I wanted to get this video out as early as possible before new opportunities popped up and I started getting busy again. So while I'm shuffling the cards, I am going to be talking about a couple of shifts that are happening. So this is your weekly intuitive message. I forgot to say that, sorry. So yeah. First things first, Mars is in Libra now. And so with Mars in Libra, there's a couple of things that are happening. First and foremost, we're moving in a direction of love, and we're moving in a direction of, you know, compassion and being gentle. And we're being reminded that we cannot just rush ourselves into things. And yes, Libra is a cardinal sign, and Mars is naturally ruled by Aries, and so Mars's opposing sign is the Libra sign. That's its sister sign, and they're both cardinal signs. So really and truly, even though Mars is technically a fire sign, naturally ruled, it is still in a cardinal sign right now. So what I can say is that I am expecting us to feel this quick shift of things picking up, but picking up in a way that they work more for everyone's benefit and not just someone's selfish ego agenda, if that makes sense. Now, I also I'm receiving right now that with the Mars in Libra, you need to also remind yourself to slow down, because Libra likes to, you know, speed things up. Again, it's an air sign, it's a cardinal sign, it's the start of this, it's the start of a season, so of course it's a cardinal sign. And so another thing with Libra is that you can be very indecisive too. So when it comes to making decisions, when it comes to, did y'all just say that? When it comes to making decisions, or when it comes to decision making, when it comes to decision making, you want to ensure that you aren't moving forward with anything quickly enough or trying to speed something up from happening so that it just happens sooner for you until you have a concrete decision, okay? So do some grounding activities before you start to say yes to things. Libra is still a little bit ditzy. No shade to Libras, but we can be a little ditzy. We're easily deceptive by other people because our heart is too pure of gold. So really ensure that you're not just saying yes to something because you feel that it calls to you. Make sure it's actually going to, you know, uplift you, and it's for your higher interest, and it's going to actually benefit you and not have you be drained or take advantage of you, okay? Now, another cosmic shift that is happening this week is that Venus will be going into Scorpio. So Venus will be going into Scorpio as of August 8th, I believe. And so with that energy, one of the things I was talking about in my last video was the idea that Scorpios know how to manipulate a situation so that it works for them. And so this is exactly what I was referring to. So Venus in Scorpio is exactly about that. It's all about, you know, allowing yourself to be attracted to these things that maybe you normally wouldn't be attracted to, but allowing yourself to go that way and allowing yourself to go down that road of discovery and, you know, just seeing what happens and not being afraid to take chances and leaps and just going with it. It also means that we're going to be very intuitive when it comes to making decisions about the things that we are attracted to. How do we feel about this, right? Scorpio is a water sign. So how do we feel about this thing that's being attracted to us? How does it really benefit us if it does? And, you know, is it for your best interest? What worries do you need to have? Should you be worried? Should you be concerned? Should you even say yes to this? You know, Scorpios can be a little paranoid, so it's a good thing though in a way, because you want to ensure that you're not being deceived. So these are some of the things that you can expect yourself to feel with the Venus in Scorpio, and again, the attraction to things that normally you wouldn't be attracted to as well, okay? Now I am pulling the cards still because they're hella active. I brought my cards to do readings at Witch Fast. I didn't get to do any readings because there's a bunch of other things going on. Everyone was really interested in the Black Cat Apothecary stuff, which was awesome. But the cards are very active right now, which is great. So anyway, so yeah. So look to see, you know, where again Scorpio falls in your chart. Look to see where Venus is in your chart and what is activated and what is, what is in Venus for you. And look to see what is in the 8th house for you. And because Mars is going into Libra, look to see what's in the 7th house for you, because that is what's naturally ruled by Libra. And then look to see what's in your 1st house, because that is going to be about Mars, and that is where the things are going to be picking up, okay? So for example, for me, in my 1st house, I have my Saturn in Pisces, and my Aquarius moon is in my 1st house. So for me, I know that, you know, things being activated in regards to my emotional side and the deep healing of physical healing and perhaps even some triggers. The Saturn in Pisces piece for me is going to be about, okay, well, is that going to be moving forward? Like, what is that going to look like? Am I going to be taking a shift in my spiritual practices? What is going to happen? I don't know. We'll see what happens. So yeah, look to see what's in your 1st house. Look to see where your Mars actually is. My Mars is in Leo. I don't even know how that even happened, you guys. I'm born October 13th, and somehow my Mars is in Leo in my chart. But anyway, look to see where Mars is in your chart as well, and look to see what is in the 7th house, and look to see what is in the 8th house, especially because we are slowly starting to approach Scorpio season as well. Ooh, okay. So yeah, another thing that is happening is that we have the full moon happening next Sunday, which is October 13th, which is also my birthday. Finally I'm having a birthday on a full moon, which is amazing. I feel like I've reached this level of supreme witch or something. I don't know, it's pretty great. So that full moon will be in Aries, and so with the Aries full moon in Libra season and Mars now going into Libra, there's going to be a lot of fast, a lot of quick wittiness, a lot of charm being used to get what we want, and a lot of physical attention being brought to you, and you being put onto others, and you seducing others and wanting to be seduced by others. And so embrace all of that. You know, this is cuffing season after all, so if that is what you were into, then go ahead and do that for yourself. I am dropping all my cards. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am so tired, you guys. I barely slept. I don't know why I couldn't sleep. The ancestors had me wide awake doing a whole bunch of research on things and trying to find out certain things. So anyway, that is what I'm seeing with the charts right now, you guys. I hadn't even actually looked at the charts, but I'm just talking about the transits right now. I don't know why I keep dropping these cards, you guys. This is ridiculous. I'm so sorry. So yeah, so we will have the full moon on Sunday, which is going to be in Aries. I will be doing a completely different video though on that full moon. And as the full moon gets closer and closer, I am going to be a lot more MIA because it is my solar return that day. So I want to ensure that I give you guys the messages that you need and are receiving them right away, because that is important. And I'm thinking of doing some other type of videos for you guys, such as like, how did I know I was a witch, and things like that, in honor of my solar return, to kind of do that and explain that story to you guys. So if you are interested in that, let me know. But yeah, and I'm also thinking about doing another pick your card video. So if you are interested in me doing a pick your card video, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. If you're interested in me doing how do you know you're a witch, or what is your witch coming out of the broom closet story video, again, thumbs up and let me know in the comments below, so that I can do that for you. I will not share unless I am told what you guys wanted to hear. I don't know if that's weird of me to do. Maybe it's my Aquarius moon and rising speaking, but that's just how I am. So yeah, I'm gonna start pulling the cards from this oracle deck as well. yeah, so you guys let me know if you've noticed any shifts happening with yourselves, anything you want to talk about below, any questions you have about your own charts. If you want to book a reading so we can talk about your chart or talk about the shifts that are happening in your life right now, let me know. I am available for readings always, you guys. I love reading y'all to filth and reading new people's charts and just exposing y'all truths and loves and shadows for yourselves. So let me know, okay? All right, so we have our cards. So I am going to go ahead and start. Wow, this is, so active. Okay. So I'm just gonna let these cards kind of come out first so that I can kind of see what we're working with, and then I will show you what they are. And I am shuffling on cameras to show you guys that I have not looked at these cards before, so this is completely intuitive, as always. Okay, so there's a couple of things going on. Okay, first things first, I pulled the Rider-Waite deck, so I guess I'll start with that. Actually, no, I lied. I started with the Egyptian Tarot, so I'll start with that. So we have the Two of Cups here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Swords here, okay? Now, with these cards, I truly believe that this has to do with emotional healing. This has to do with not focusing on those deep internal wounds that are still hurting and bleeding perhaps internally. And it's time for you to go ahead and start doing that. It's time for you to go ahead and start, you know, embracing the part of you that is hurt and to really focus on that. Now, the Two of Cups, of course, is also about relationships and all those good things. So this could be some emotional trauma. This could be a breakup. It could be, you know, something that happened in the past. But that is what I'm feeling here. With the Knight of Pentacles, we know that we are supposed to be focusing on what is in front of us and using our instincts. And so with that, I say, if your instincts are saying for you to, you know, drop this and allow yourself to heal completely, then you need to do that. Now, this can also be the complete opposite for some of you, where there could be someone in your life. Maybe it's a Virgo man. Maybe it's a Taurus. Maybe it's a Capricorn. And maybe you are starting a new relationship. Maybe you are, you know, meeting someone new and they're going to help you on your journey, okay? But whatever it is, I know that there's some healing that needs to be done, and there's a call for your intuition. And I say that because we also have the Page of Cups here that I pulled from the Rider-Waite deck. So really looking at your gifts and really looking at what is given in front of you and focusing on what is really in front of you. And if you were to look in the mirror, and I don't know why this came up to me just now, but if you just look in the mirror, I guess because water is a reflection, what is it that you see, and how do you feel about that, and how are you using that to your advantage? How are you using your charm and what's in front of you to help you elevate yourself to the next step? Okay, now with the Ace of Swords too, I'm also seeing that the mind is very busy. It's very, very busy. We also have the Five of Swords here, and this guy looks like he's up to no good. So really be careful, because people may not have your best interest. And that is why I'm saying, like, this emotional healing needs to be done, because I feel as though what I'm receiving now, that someone has been let down and is feeling disappointed. And at the end of the day, it's not up to other people to have our best interests and have our best intentions in mind. And that's something that we are going to be learning more and more as we leave Libra season into Scorpio season, because Libra season is all about that self-care and self-love, but then Scorpio season allows us to really see through the veil and what's really going on underneath the trunk when you lift the hood up. Now, I also have the Hermit here that was pulled. So it's really time to start really going inwards, for sure, really going inwards and using your instincts and following them, okay? Really following them and not being fooled, not being played at all, and looking at what is in front of you and how that can be used in your advantage. Now, again, be very careful of the people around you, because there is going to be a lot of deception. And I just pulled a new moon in Scorpio, which is why I was saying wow, because we know that we have a new moon in Scorpio coming up. The next new moon is the new moon in Scorpio, so that's why I was saying wow. And so to me, this is just confirmation that, you know, fears, emotional trauma, again, fears need to be worked through. And I also pulled the North Node, step out of your comfort zone. And that's really important, because when you're dealing with emotional trauma, we tend to protect people rather than protecting ourselves and our own feelings. And that is why we have the trauma to begin with. And we really have to stop doing that. So I also pulled the full moon eclipse, so conclusions are in reach. And I really believe it's a moment of you coming from behind the trees and seeing the full illumination of the situation and having this aha moment and realizing that all the answers were within, and everything that you needed is within as well. And this is really important, you guys. And something I want to share right now is that you are the altar. You are the altar. You are the sacred tools. You are the magician. You are the high priestess. You are the empress. You are the emperor. You are all of it, okay? Anything else that you have in your life is simply an extension of your intentions, and that's it. So if there is someone that is, you know, playing you, well, then cut them off. If you feel like someone's playing you, cut them off. But really, something I wanted to say as well is that Scorpios are really good at keeping things to themselves. They're very quiet. They don't really share all their business. And so that is something that I feel like as 2020 is coming, we are going to have to do the same, because 2020 is a whole other ball game, you guys. Like, I don't even know where to start with that, but it is going to be a whole other ball game. And so for us to really be able to move forward and allow the things that we see coming into our life, the thoughts that we have, the gifts that we have, the abundance that we are seeing, okay, and the beauty that we're seeing in people, in our relationships with people, we're going to step out of our fear and speak up about how we truly feel, okay? And so with Mars and Libra, I say that do this with compassion in mind, and do this by speaking to people gently. And with Venus and Scorpio, don't let yourself get played, okay? Allow yourself to be moving in silence and stay quiet and work through your fears by doing that, okay? And I know it can be hard to move in silence. Like, how are you supposed to work on your fears if you're moving in silence? What does that even mean? It means that you need to look within yourself and ask yourselves, you know, why you haven't reached where you want to be, why you haven't gotten to where you want to be, okay? There is a fear that you have that you need to work through. And again, emotional trauma is coming up for me. So there is something to do with emotional trauma, and it's going to be dealt with very soon. And you know, as the full moon comes closer, that is what usually happens. It picks up on all the feelings, and it allows things to be climaxed completely. And with the full moon in Aries, a fiery climax is what we expect to see. And for us to really handle that appropriately, we need to step out of our comfort zone and speak from our heart. Okay, speak from your heart, but collect your thoughts. Okay, follow your instincts, collect your thoughts first, and be gentle. Okay, don't be this person. Don't be that person, okay? So that is what I am seeing with the cards, you guys. I don't know if that really resonates with you or not, but that is what I am feeling and seeing right now. And it's funny because I didn't even pull this card before I started talking about the emotional trauma and healing. And so I feel as though something that's really great to do is write a letter to the person or thing that has disappointed you, and simply releasing it. And then burning that paper, you know, cleanse your space, especially cleanse your space. If you're using sage, please be mindful of that it's an endangered plant now because of capitalism. So if you're going to be using sage, please buy it from a First Nations person, a Native American person, Native Canadian person. If you are going to be using Palo Santo, same thing. Buy it from someone in which they should be using it, and they are going to, you know, benefit from you buying that. Don't just buy from some random ass store owned by some, you know, Western European person. Okay, burn some rosemary. I'm hearing. Frankincense is really good for emotional trauma and healing. The full moon bath detox soak is really good for emotional trauma and healing. I still have 1 bag left, you guys. So yeah, so that is what I am seeing, and it makes a lot of sense because of the new moon in Scorpio coming up. And I feel as though with the fiery climax of the Aries moon, there could be a lot of fights, there could be a lot of anger, there could be this built-up anger that is finally released, and maybe that is what you need to do. You need to release it and step out of your fear and out of your comfort zone with the idea that you're going to hurt somebody. You're only hurting yourself by keeping this in longer, okay? So just remember that too. So I'm receiving a lot of downloads right now, and I want to kind of like break down and cry because there's a lot of hurt here, and I don't know what it is. It could be family, emotional trauma, it could be relationships, it could be anything, it could be from yourself, it could be something from what you've done to yourself in the past. But that is where we are right now, and it makes complete sense because cycles of life, as above, so below. So just remember about what is right in front of you guys, and really start to work on moving in silence and being really quiet about what it is that you're doing. Not everyone needs to know what you're doing. And ask yourselves this, what is the benefit of being silent? What do you learn when you're silent? Okay? Because tarot is saying that we need to be, and that yes, we have these thoughts and these booming thoughts coming through, and our intuition is strong. We know that our intuition is strong because look at all this, well, not the earth sign, but you know, instincts, intuition. Intuition. So our intuition is strong, and so I feel as though some of us don't want to move forward with the bad, with cutting these people off or letting go of that old self. And you need to, if you want to rise, you need to, if you're going to do this damn thing, and we need everyone to do this damn thing. Healers, energy workers, witches, brujas, brujos, I am talking to you, okay? 2020, like I've been saying, is going to be a different ball game. When Pluto and Saturn completely conjunct in 2020 of January, it's going to be a hot ass mess. We need to embrace the time that we're being given right now to work on these internal things, because the things that are going to challenge us outside of ourselves, we will not be able to complete and conquer unless we work on this now, okay? So I'm not saying you have to rush it, okay? Slow down. There's a lot of air in here because of course Libra season, but slow down and take your time, and maybe just write to yourself, like, what emotional trauma do I have? What am I still holding on to? And just see what comes to you, okay? Ask yourself those questions, set a bath, put a frankincense oil in there, and sit there and ask your ancestors and ask the spirits, ask your guides to help you with that answer, and see what you get, because you will receive something, okay? So I'm gonna stop the video there, you guys, because I need to check out soon and get this video uploaded before I leave it on the road, because I want to be done and dealt with before I leave. So I will leave it there. I wanted to say in advance, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate your support. Witch Fest was amazing. I wish I was here longer. They have a witch's ball even, like what? Anyway, back to reality for me. There goes some siren because Toronto. So if this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. If you're open to sharing what trauma you're releasing, let me know in the comments below. I think for myself, with my own personal trauma that I'm releasing, it's really more about self-confidence and believing that I deserve the abundance and the support and the love that I am being given, and not running away from that and not feeling weird about it or uncomfortable about it. And I have to get comfortable with the love and the abundance, because not that I'm not used to having that, but to have love and abundance and support with something so close to your heart, like my passion, my business that I'm doing right now, like, it's new for me. Like, I'm not used to this. I self-doubt so much. I know it's bad, but I do, and I'm starting to change that. Like, I really am that bitch. Like, I really am this witch, really. Like, damn, I really am that big witch energy girl, woman. So it's great, but I have to get comfortable with that. And so I say this to say, we need to get comfortable with the love. We need to get comfortable with the idea of being supported. We need to get comfortable with the idea of being successful. Okay, so it's time for us to release these things, because if we don't, we will not get there completely. We will just have splurge moments of success and abundance and love and support, and not continuous, ever flowing as it should be. And this is me making a figure 8 infinity sign. Okay, you guys? So I know I said I was going to end this video, but now I'm actually going to end the video. So yeah, let me know this video resonated with you. Let me know how you're feeling about the transits. Let me know where your Scorpio is in your chart, where your Venus is in your chart, where your Mars is in your chart. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon, probably for the full moon video. If you do want to see that how did I know I was a witch coming out of the broom closet video, let me know. Also, if you guys want to know, like, if you guys want to hear some like paranormal, like spirit activity type videos, let me know, because I myself am like a walking portal, and the more and more I fall deeper in this rabbit hole, the bigger the portal door opens, and it's not something I can turn off. Yes, I'm able to kind of like shut them out and what have you, but I've had some really intense, I don't want to say psychic attacks, but it felt that way in the moment, and I'm still trying to figure out what it all means. So if you guys want to hear about all those kind of things too, let me know, because I have a few stories about that. So yeah, okay, that's all. Bye.